Hi guys, how are you? Hi everybody, how are you today? Okay, we got a pretty good show planned for you. We're going to talk about the real reason Wendy Williams will no longer be on television or even radio. I mean, it's much more than we thought. We're going to talk about her last episode, her farewell episode, which was kind of shitty, just to be honest with you. Then we're going to talk about Meg the Stallion saying she doesn't know why everyone doesn't believe her and how she turned into the villain. And maybe she turned into the villain because everyone's jealous of her. And then we're going to talk about Monique, who they named an amount that she won from her Netflix lawsuit. But before I get all into all of that, I got to let you know that today's video is sponsored by Fetch. Rewards is a free and super easy to use app where you earn free rewards on literally anything you buy. Scan any receipt or e-receipt into the app to earn points no matter where you shop or what you buy. And literally, I mean any receipt. For example, I recently took a quick trip to a few stores. All I have to do to be rewarded is use my app on my phone to scan my receipts. And just seconds later, you receive your points into your account. It's really that easy. And if you shop with online retailers such as Amazon, it's even easier. You could have the app scan through your emails for your e-receipts and it will submit them for you. You can then redeem those points for hundreds of different rewards, including Amazon and Visa gift cards. Fetch is even giving away bonus rewards to my viewers. All you need to do is download the Fetch Rewards app and use the code Sharrell when you submit your first receipt, and Fetch will reward you with 3,000 bonus points. It's really that simple. Once again, thank you to Fetch for sponsoring this video. Did I just have a open mic moment? I realized I wasn't hitting wait.
Like,
Perry, could you hear me on the phone?
I was trying to stop you. I was like,
oh
no.
my God. I gotta I'll play it again. Oh my God. I looked down and said, oh my God, I'm not on mute. Sorry about that, guys. Wow. All right. So let's talk about what we got going on today, because this is sad. So today was the final day of the Wendy Williams show, and it looks like that producers are opening up, basically telling their side of the story. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little bit different than what we've been hearing before. They're saying that Wendy had a drug problem. Okay, let me put my banner up. That led to psychosis. Now, Diva, you're a nurse. Is that possible?
Oh, 100%.
And the psychosis led to memory loss. So basically, she forgets things. And that explains when some people say she was at a party and she looked at me like she didn't know. It makes sense why they tried to cover it up. But they eventually had to tell the truth, and things had to end the way that they end, because she's never going to be in the right condition to do a show again. They're also saying that she has no plans to do radio or anything else. She's just going to try to recover. Now, Diva, I know you don't know her situation, but you are a nurse. Do you see some kind of mending herself where she can get her memory back, or is that all the way? Yeah, you don't know, huh?
You know why, Sherrell? Because unfortunately, we don't know where these drugs were coming from, right? And these people will mix anything and do anything to extend their product and put it out there in the streets. So you don't know what they were giving her. You don't know what she got, what she possibly could have put in her body. And yeah, and I do think it was a combination of everything she had going on. It was a combination of that, the fact that she was going through a horrific divorce, in her mind trying to, protect herself, because she was so depressed and devastated over this this loss of the relationship with someone that she was with for over 2 decades. I think all of it, it caused a little bit of damage.
There's no, what does psychosis mean?
Well, you know, kind of, well,
Hallucination?
to keep it, yeah, it could be hallucination. It's just like kind of going a little bit crazy.
Oh,
But I'm
yeah.
gonna be honest with you. I told you because I went to several of her live shows.
Yeah.
Norman was literally holding it together for her for a long time. She would sit in that chair, be in the midst of hot topics, and not remember who she was talking about. And then Norman would name the person for her. Norman would say, oh, this person or that person. He would give her and feed her the information. It's sad.
So
Yeah.
now that the production company's opening up and saying what really happened, do you think it was Kevin putting all those fake stories out and her family trying to hide the fact, hoping that she would return back to normal?
Oh, 100%. 100%. And he's still with the shenanigans, okay? Because he put out how he was pissed on how they did the final show. But you know what? For once I kind of agree with him. I'm pissed on the way they did that final show
Right.
today.
Me too.
Also, yeah.
Let me put up what you're talking about. So Kevin comes out today and says that the final show, was a travesty.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want to think about it, what do you think about this, Perry? He's to blame for all of this because that divorce really pushed her over the edge and made her turn to her drugs to learn how to cope. I think he is no good. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's a blame for the things she's going through, right? But that show finale was on them. He didn't have a damn thing to do with that. They could have did a better job than that.
They're saying that they extended an invitation and she did not take them up on her offer. But I think it was really shady, in my opinion, how they had Sherri Shepherd there. What is that?
Right.
Why is Sherri there?
You know what, Sharrell, 100%. And in the beginning, they only gave Wendy Williams 15 minutes. I watched the whole thing and I was looking at the clock, okay? It was the last 15 minutes that they gave her of that hour show. You have got to be kidding me. I don't care what she's going through now. I don't care what psychosis. I don't care what happened. She still did 13 years of service.
But Diva, if they brought her on that show and she's suffering from psychosis or memory loss, there's a huge possibility that that show could have went left.
It could have, but you know what they could have did, Sharrell? They could have Skyped her in. They could have sent that purple chair to her house, wherever she's at, right? Sit her up in the purple chair. You don't ask her a whole lot of questions because you know what she's going through. Every now and then, you span the camera to her and let Wendy at least say, how you doing? You got this. There's ways they could have worked around it because they worked around it for years as she was going downhill before she exited the show. So they could have did something.
Let me give you a sample. Did you want to say something, Perry, before I show
I'm just saying they could have did a whole lot better than that, Sharrell. You know, and even if she wasn't there, people who have passed away and they do a tribute to them, they ain't there, but you put on a nice show.
Well, let me give the audience a sample. This is just a 1 minute. The whole thing was 7 minutes in its entirety. So here's a sample of 1 minute of how it kind of went down. They had Vanessa Williams come out. Vanessa Williams was her very first interview. So they ended the show with Vanessa Williams. So I guess that was in honor of Wendy. But they showed a 7 minute clip at the end. And this is how it went. And this is 1 minute of it, just 1 minute.
The show has been a force in daytime for the last 13 years. Take a look at some of the moments that made this show great.
Our very first guest of our very first show has been a friend in my head for as long as I can remember. Vanessa Williams. Please welcome Joan Rivers, Tyra Banks, Rick Jonas, Jessica Alba, Sarah Jessica Parker, Neil Patrick Harris, Naomi Campbell. You don't age at all. Money's the best lotion in the world. There you are! I like that lady Wendy Williams. Thank you for giving it up. You know, full effect.
I did this for you, Wendy.
You split your pants?
Yeah. I got very excited. I was coming to see Wendy.
If you have money and you can't look like this or like this, what are you gonna look like? What is going on with you and Nancy Grace, please?
Nancy made a career off of talking junk about every person that was relevant. And
Now that was just my clip. It went on like that for 7 minutes. A lot of people aren't happy with it, but I still say, she seems to not be in any condition to go
No, I
live.
get that. Well, see, whether she showed up or not, for one,
Mhm.
if you don't gave Sherri the show,
Mhm.
why throw
Yeah.
salt on the wound? Okay.
Mhm.
And people say, well, she hosts all week. Well, she would have had a day off today.
I know that's right.
All right. She would have had a day off. This shit should have been just about Wendy. Have some people just come on and just speak, just pop in for a second. Thank you, Wendy. We love you, Wendy.
Yep.
Wishing you well. Shit like that.
Mhm.
Hell, we could have did a better thing on YouTube.
What? Okay, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And my thing is, what's her name? She came out, okay, but she started talking about her Broadway show that she's on. We don't want to hear about your Broadway show right now. We want to hear about the moments with Wendy, and bring back DJ Booth, bring back Charlamagne, bring back all of these people that has worked with her for years and that care about her, and let them say a good word about Wendy and wish her well. You give her 7 minutes after 13 years, shame on you. We don't want that game today. Today's not the time for that game. Today's not the time for no hot topics. Today was the time for you to honor Wendy. And that clip, I'm going to give it to them. It was very moving. It was very moving. It had me, but it should have been more of that.
Right.
You're saying a whole show should have been dedicated to Wendy.
100%.
Yeah.
It's her
Yeah.
sign off.
Yeah.
This shit ain't about Sherri.
Oh, hell no.
Okay,
It ain't about her.
Sherri-
No, I'm saying this ain't about her yet, right? But see, and then they're gonna be all sad when her show go to shit in September, right? They're gonna be pissed off. But I mean, because
You don't think you're not even giving Sherri a chance?
no. I'm telling you how shit work. People aren't gonna give her the opportunity.
Perry,
People are not gonna give her the opportunity. They gonna think she's a Wendy wannabe. And when she don't come on that shit and do it the right way, she gonna be canceled too. Just in my opinion. Now, and nothing personally against her, we can talk about not taking care of babies, all that. That's totally different, right? I'm just saying that they making people look at her. This should have been all about Wendy. Period.
well, listen, I have to tell the other side. Let me read the super chat first. Diva, who says they didn't offer her. Diva, who says they didn't offer to do that with her? They're claiming that they offered her a chance to come on the show and she turned them down.
And you know what? That's fine, Sharrell. And that may be correct, but you could still do the right thing. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. And
7
then
minutes.
part of the show, Sherri Shepherd talking about a project that she's in with Kevin Hart. Come on, Sherri. Are you kidding me right now? This is not the time for the place.
Diva, stop. You can't. That's Sherri's show now. You got to give it to her. But I understand what you're saying. You're saying when it becomes your show officially, this should have been about Wendy.
100%. Thank you, Renee.
When it becomes her
Rennie
show,
says
the
the
ratings
whole
also become
episode
hers.
should have been about Wendy. Let her see her flowers while she watches from home. That would have been a good idea.
Exactly.
100%. 100%.
Then Kevin, I just despise him. I think he is I think he's the blame for all of this. I really, really do. I think that baby out of wedlock was the last straw. My son is sick in the background. Do you guys hear him? He's sick.
No.
It was just the last straw. I mean, and I think he's going after her money. I'm glad they shut it down, Wells Fargo. Man, she is taking care of you and your side piece long enough. And it's just sad. All that she went through, her show, working for years, struggling to get her show. She did 20 years in radio before she did this show.
Yeah.
Doing that, her struggles with her son to have her baby. Remember, she really wanted a baby, and all to end this way. Are you sure that most of the time when drugs takes a toll on you like that, most likely you're not coming back? Are you?
Well, listen, Shara, I think because of her, she has so many other conditions underlining that are impacting the situation too. I mean, if you're watching right now, Bobby Brown has his show on A&E. He struggled with the drugs and the alcoholism, and he's struggling right now while he's in recovery. So that gives you an example of someone that abused it for so long and
Yeah.
how,
I
it's
don't know
hard to
about
make a
you,
comeback.
but I could see the physical signs of Bobby Brown being on drugs. He talks funny, like in kind of slow, and
Like
he
he's
looks.
having trouble breathing
Oh, he's
and
having trouble.
talking while he's breathing. He
Mm.
announced on that show he had two heart attacks. He has a stent in his heart. He's been through the ringer. But he's
Yeah.
another example of someone who, the drugs, when I was growing up, there used to be this commercial all the time about drugs. It used to be this frying pan and they used to crack an egg in it, right? And they would say, this is drug. They would say eggs is the drugs and this is your brain on
I
drugs, right?
remember
It would
that.
be
I
on a
remember
frying
that.
pan.
I remember that.
So it's like, yeah, it really does destroy you. And some people, unfortunately, some people, they can do something their whole life and it doesn't impact them. Others, they do it a little bit and it does them really dirty. I think she is bad off because we saw signs of it way before she even left the show.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's just
Mhm.
sad.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
sad though, but in a way, like they didn't send her off properly, whether she was there or not. Because really, I'm not going to even argue that point. She didn't have to be there. They could have did a better job. But part of me is glad for the saga to be over. I mean, when I'm saying that, like now we ain't worrying about is she coming back? No, no. She can go on and live her damn life, and she owe it to herself to do that.
Yeah.
I wish her the
it's
best and all that thing. And now let the show just deal with what they got. Let's see how the hell Sherri show do in September.
Perry, you
Yeah.
are a mess.
No,
Why
no,
are
no,
y'all
and
hell bent on Sherri not making it? Do you
no,
feel
no,
the
no,
same
no,
thing,
no, Sharrell. I'm
Wendy,
telling you.
Diva? Oh, wait, I didn't read the super chat. Hold on, I missed it. It says Diana Tate can take the pic of the guy that took the selfie outside the psych ward.
What happened?
You know what, Sherrell? I feel Sherri's going to have an uphill battle because the way they introduced her having her own
Right.
show. What they should have did was they should have waited till today and say, you know what, we're closing out the Wendy Williams show. And then, maybe say after that, or maybe say the next day, announce the Sherri Shepherd show, and people wouldn't be all in their bag of feelings. Today, they could have had musical guests come through that have been on her show before and gave her a tribute. They could have had multiple guests. They didn't even have to have the guests there. They could have had them videotape a goodbye and goodwill message to Wendy Williams. We've seen plenty of tributes where they did so much better. This was half behind nonsense. It was a disgrace. And you can tell how much the staff cared about each other because you saw them all hugging at the end. Let that new DJ say something to Wendy. Let the guy, what was his name? The guy that hypes up the audience that they always talking to. Let him say his thing to Wendy. Let Suzanne and her husband say their thing to Wendy. Don't do us like that. That was terrible. It was a disgrace. And after 13 years, but many people complain about this on just regular jobs. You done gave these jobs 20 to 30 years of your life, and then they send you home with a watch talking about good luck. That's what they did to Wendy. They sent her home with a watch. They didn't give her roses. They didn't give her flowers. They gave her 7 minutes. That was a disgrace.
Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty much you summed it up. Damn. I mean, look,
I
they could have
still
did
say
better.
though.
They
Go
coulda
ahead,
did better.
Perry.
They could have did better, Sherrell.
I still
you agree?
say, well, what I get, and okay, y'all right. I mean, it's still, I mean, I don't know. It was just a horrible way to end. And if they're not going to say it, we're going to say thank you, Wendy, for opening doors for the rest of us and becoming an icon and showing it how it's done.
Yeah,
That's all I'm going to say.
And we'll send her off by saying wishing her the best and much success in the future.
Yeah, so they are reporting that all of that going on to your podcast stuff is not true. So I don't even know who put those rumors out there, if it was her family, if it was Kevin, what they were trying to achieve with that. They tried to make her appear normal as much as they could. Maybe it has something to do with Wells Fargo, but now we have the real deal. Wendy Williams' career is over due to drugs.
Mm.
Yeah, isn't that painful? That's
It
terrible.
is painful. But it
Yeah.
happened to a lot of icons, right? It happened to Whitney Houston. They said she lost her voice towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, sadly, it happened to Prince. Drugs are nasty.
Yeah. Diva, maybe none of them liked her. Oof, well, that's true too. I mean, it's true. But
they're
everybody got to
posting on
keep
their
their
social
jobs.
media, though, Sherrell. They're posting on their social media tributes to Wendy. Norman did, Suzanne
Oh,
did.
good.
No, I think they had like a love-hate relationship. They didn't like what she turned into when she was taking and abusing substances.
It was hard to deal with. Yeah.
It was hard to deal with. But I think from the beginning stages of what they all started together, I think they did love her. You can love somebody and not like what they turned out to be because of the substances that they abuse.
All right. Unfortunately, we got to move on. Sorry, Wendy. Coming from me, good luck, Sherri. Now, I know everybody else don't feel that way, but I'm going to say it. Good luck, Sherri. Perry's messy.
No. I'm saying that's fine with her. I'm just saying the reason why it may not go so well, it's not because something she actually did at this point. It's just how they set the whole movement up.
Yeah.
They almost forced you to say, hell no, I ain't supporting a damn thing you do tomorrow. That's why.
Let me move on. Let me talk about Monique next, because we did a story about her. I wouldn't say when they said that she had a settlement, an unprecedented settlement. Okay, Monique, and at that time we didn't know any amount. Now they're reporting that she allegedly settled for $50 million.
Oh, hell no.
You know,
$50 million. Monique does not need $50 million. I'm sorry to say. If you think she got a big head because of the Emmy, her to $50 million. But like Diva said, I just wanted to mention, but like Diva said, she might have won the battle, but not the war. She's still going to have that bad reputation. But right now, she shouldn't be complaining about anything. $50 million.
And I sort of agree with Diva the other day when she said it, but we didn't know the dollar amount.
Yeah.
So once I found out if it's true, what Media Takeout said or whatever this outlet said, if it's $50 million, she has won the war.
Yeah, you did. Let me put it that way. Congratulations, Monique. You did the unbelievable. People doubted you. People like Steve Harvey and Roland Martin, they told you, girl, you wasted your time. You did not waste your time. If it's true, that figure is astronomical. It is unprecedented. And I will be looking for any reason to sue Netflix if I was a woman.
Well, see, you know what, Sharrell, but I think the whole thing of her saying she is paving the way for the people that are coming behind her, for the babies, for the Black females, for the Black comedians, for the people of color, whatever the case may be. I think that's where the war is lost, right? Because if I am a production company, if I am, a streaming service, and I have an opportunity to select my next comedian to do a special, they're going to look at us as problematic. They're going to be like, you know what? Pick person C, because we don't got time. We don't got time to deal with these shenanigans, because if something goes wrong, they might Monique us. We're not going to deal with that. I think,
No, Diva. They only will Monique you if you act like Monique.
Right.
Well, no, if I don't offer you an astronomical amount, right? If I don't offer you an astronomical amount and you think that I'm just not offering you your worth, you're going to make a big deal and now want to sue me because you're like, no, Monique won, so I'm going to win too. You can't offer me 10 million. I'm worth 30 million. So that's why I'm saying it's a shaky ground. And listen, here's the thing. Congratulations to Monique. You got the 50 million.
You got to give it to her.
Invest it well. Save it. Make sure you don't spend it because I'm just saying, I really think it's shutting the doors for her with a lot of different people. Just like with Nene Leakes, it shut the door with her when you want to run around calling people racist. I think it's shut the door.
Diva. If you won 50 million, you won.
You won that shit, okay?
You won. It is what it is.
And then
They
you
can
go
say
shut your
whatever.
door. You will shut your own door with the lights on because you got that $50 million. Okay. And the people who got to be sick, Kobe, right? The sister that came out and that
Oh
brother.
yeah.
If you ever thought you was gonna get a damn dollar from Monique, you wrong now.
Well, they probably wasn't getting nothing from her anyway, right? They probably wasn't getting nothing from her anyway. Listen, congratulations, but I don't think that it opened and paved the way for anybody. I really don't. I think
Diva.
the win is for herself only. I don't think it helped the people that are coming behind her.
I don't
If
think
I'm
she hurt
wrong,
nobody by that though.
I'm wrong.
I don't think she hurt nobody else by that. Now she could have hurt her chances going back.
No, you know what
Yeah,
she made? Let me
but-
tell you what she did. She made sure that when the next time Netflix offer a woman some money, they better come to play.
They was playing correctly. They played correctly with Amy Schumer, right? So what she's trying to get them to do is play correctly with the people of color.
Okay.
I'm saying to you, in my opinion, they're just not going to play with the people of color because they're not going to have time for those shenanigans.
You can't deny talent. You're saying that they will never work with a Wanda Sykes. That's what you're saying?
I'm saying they're going to tread lightly. They're going to tread lightly.
I disagree.
I don't know it because I think anytime a person see themselves making money, they're gonna work with anybody.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
So, but I'm understanding what you're saying a little bit like that, but I don't think what she did affected the next person to come along. Maybe not in a positive way, not even in a negative way. I think that's something that she has to wear every day. You know, how people look at her.
I think what she did opened doors for Black comedians. Because if not, what? This is what I think. Y'all always do not listen to my opinion. I think she opened doors. I think that if another Black comedian came to Netflix, they know what happened in the past and they will try to come to the table with a better offer. That's what I think. But anyway, we'll talk about it when we bring up.
I respect your opinion, Sharrell. It was great. It was lovely.
Y'all both are wrong.
No.
Y'all leave me alone. That's what
very
Harry is connected with you, Sharrell. He's connected with you. He's saying it's a big win, and you thinking, and y'all all thinking it's going to help the sisters.
No, he doesn't think it's going to help anybody else. He doesn't think it's going to help anybody else.
I don't really think it's going to help nobody or hurt nobody else.
Monique need to take her daddy and sit down somewhere and enjoy that money. Congratulations to her win. That's one thing we all agree on. You got to give her props. Congratulations, Monique.
Yes.
Let's move on. Okay, let's move on to Meg the Stallion.
Oh my
God. The only reason I'm talking about this is because it's a slow news day and it's on every other blog. And you know how blogs are. It's called Follow the Leader. You can't let one person talk about it and you don't talk about it.
Yeah, you got to step in.
So sick of Meg the Stallion. It's not even funny. Okay, it's not. I can't. No, it's not funny. Okay, so she did another interview. Oh God, I'm so sick about it. Sick of the whole thing. Let me pull this out. She did another interview. And she feels that the public is treating her unfair. We can't keep up. We don't know what's going on. One day, this person say they shot you. The next day, you wasn't shot. It was glass. And then we hear the rumors that he's supposed to be friends with Kelsey, and then they were. I don't know. It's too many stories flown out there. Everybody's story is changing every 5 minutes. I am over this case. But this is what she said in this interview. She said, what nobody knows is I had to get surgery the same night. Now, that's my first time hearing about a surgery. But Diva claims that you heard about the surgery before.
She said it when she did the interview. Remember that interview she did? I think she did it on.
What, with Gail King?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She said it.
She said, I stayed in the hospital in California for about 4 days. Then I went to New York while both of my legs were wrapped. Why are both of her legs wrapped instead of one? Does anybody know? Okay. I could not walk. Now she couldn't walk. I never heard this before. I'm not judging you. I'm saying what she said because I'm not judging anymore. I can't pick a side. This is flipping around like pancakes. I can't take it.
Yep.
She said, I could not walk. I still had bullet fragments in my feet. Right now, I'm very much screwed up. I was scared that I wasn't going to be Megan the Stallion anymore. I was real effed up. She said it took a toll on her emotionally. She said, but the worst part is her friend Kelsey. She said, I'm going to read this verbatim. Kelsey was my best friend. Why would she meet up with the person, she's talking about Tori, that shot your best friend? Y'all wasn't answering my calls, my back, or having my back. She said, the next thing you know, Kelsey is taking money from Tori because Tori is allegedly investing in Kelsey's business.
Okay.
This is what she said. So, I mean, it sounds like they made amends with each other. I'm confused too. But then she went on. She said, and it baffles her how she became the villain. And I'm going to read this verbatim because this is what she's saying and it makes no sense. She said, I don't know if people don't take me seriously because I'm strong. No, you're strong. Girl, we can't keep up. That's what it is. Because I'm strong. I wonder if it's because of the way I look. I'm not playing. This is what she said. Or is it because I'm not light enough?
Damn. Okay.
Stop, Megan. Stop. Just stop. Or if I'm not white enough, am I not the shape and height? Is it because I'm not petite? I do not seem like I'm worth being treated like a woman. But no matter what, at the end of the day, it is affecting her mental health. I can't believe she said that.
Damn.
Girl, stop. Just stop, Meg. Okay? I was rooting for you, as Tyra would say in the beginning, but I have given up. I don't give a damn what happened. I'm going to wait till they go to court. It has nothing to do with how you're shaped, what the color your skin is. Girl, stop. Just stop. And it is, I will say, and so Kelsey came out and said she's not going to speak until the time is appropriate.
Smart.
I wrapped it up. That's basically what she said.
Right.
Because I'm sick of this story. Child, I
see. Yeah, it's nothing to do with her looks. It's no people are looking at you this way because you are so damn confusing. I mean, it's almost like you ain't really. I mean, like one day is this story, the next day back and forth.
Yeah.
And then you don't know who did it. The next day, you know who did it. I wasn't hurt, but then now both legs was wrapped the hell up.
And not just her Tori coming out telling a completely different story. It's just too much. I'm going to wait for the damn trial and hopefully don't have to speak on this anymore. So, you know, I'm reporting it because it's what happened today and it is what it is. But I don't give a damn about Meg the Stallion. I really don't.
You know what kills me, Sharrell? Now all of a sudden, the people loved you when you first came out before this whole situation, right? So now all of a sudden, it's cause you not light skinned enough, you not petite, you're not this, you could barely walk. Well, you just did an award show and you was on that show dropping it like it was hot. So you can walk now, and you can dance now. So
I can't.
And listen. The reason why, like Perry said, the reason why we giving you the side eye is because out of your own lying lips, you first said you stepped on glass, you this, you that, and you whatever, right? So there were 3 people in this situation, and the girlfriend, she being smart by not running her mouth. You done ran your mouth and told one story to Gayle King. Now you're running your mouth in this article. You're talking too much. Your loose lips is going to tie you up, and when y'all get in that court, because they're going to bring all of this stuff and say, well, this time you said this, then you said that. You sat there and told Gayle King yourself that you the one that put out the story that you stepped on the glass because you were scared. Oh, they mad at me. They said 50 million wouldn't change your life, Dee, but come on. No, hold on now. Hold on now. No. 50 million would change my life wholeheartedly. I'm not, you know what? I'm not ignoring that, right? And yes, congratulations. I'm not hating on Monique that she got this 50 million. Congratulations. But what I'm saying is that Monique claims that she's trying to pave the way for everyone else. She's thinking about self. And I don't think that Netflix would ever negotiate with her again, like ever. I don't think that a lot of streaming services are going to be so quick to come at her and do a comedy skit. Or a comedy special, because they're gonna be afraid that if they don't give her the number she thinks she's worth, she's gonna claim discrimination, this, that, and the other. That's all I'm trying to say, and I'll leave it there.
Sheila says, hopefully she's not Amber hurting us. Let's start taking some calls. Hey, Tulsa.
Hey,
What's
how are
up?
you? Thank you, panel, for having me here.
Let me ask you a
So
question really quickly. Did you see Perry's video on his channel
I
about that
did.
crazy blogger?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, we wanted to. We're sorry that happened. He's stone cold out of his mind. So
Thank you guys so much for acknowledging me.
yeah, well,
In
good. It
that
was awful.
situation.
What happened?
Yeah,
I'm
it
going to
was
talk about it
horrible.
later tonight, but I do apologize. I was watching. I was horrified. So sorry about
Absolutely.
that.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Diva, now you know I'm about to come up here and get
Uh-oh. All right, I'm
you.
gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Go ahead. Come on, go
Well,
ahead.
let's
Give
say
it to me.
this.
Give it to me.
Monique she was fighting for equality. And what she was fighting for was to say, I don't care if you are a black woman. If you have a case, you fight it until the end. And of course, she couldn't like really go into things because it was in the court. Now we don't know the total, but
Ooh,
I do feel like she did pave a way because some people don't have that confidence to
I
stand up
forgot. I
for what's
forgot,
right.
Queen, that Diva she was all over you.
Mhm.
She was
Oh
all.
yeah.
Yeah,
What you gotta say now,
we
Diva?
have
What
our
you gotta
moment.
say
We
now?
have our moment. But Queen, you know I love you. Let me tell you this right here.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I get what she's saying. Why don't she just say, I'm fighting for self? She claims she's fighting for the babies. She claims she's fighting for the babies, but she's not fighting for the babies. She's fighting for self. This was a win for Monique and Monique only. I promise you,
Don't
she didn't
forget
pave
Daddy.
the
Don't forget
way.
Daddy. Daddy.
And
Daddy.
that
No, tell her, Queen. That's not true. Tell her, Queen. Tell her
Yeah.
Tell her, Queen.
She
I'll
was
let you talk.
always rooting for us. And what she did was she had given acknowledgement to Hattie McDaniel. Hattie McDaniel wasn't even able to attend that award ceremony. And being that she had done this film and she had did a favor. Now talk about being taken advantage of. She did that film for 50,000. Now they're saying that she got
are we
50 million.
going back there, Queen?
You
Yeah,
gotta
Oh,
let
come
Queen.
on.
listen,
Now we taking it back
but
there.
how
We
many
not gonna
people do
fight
you know
over the
that would do
contract she signed.
listen, how many
Queen, we
people
can't fight over the contract she signed.
But listen, how many people do you know will actually do somebody a favor in the business, in the
Oh,
industry?
plenty of people. They do favors all the time.
Somebody gonna take $50,000 for a film that blew up like that and then try to come back to ask for more money,
Yeah, I
even
forgot the
though
name
that
of
it
that
grossed
black
more.
film. There was a black film that a lot of black actors were in. They did not get paid a lot for that. Tupac was in the movie. I can't think of the name of the movie
Oh,
right now.
what's the name, Diva? Are you deflecting?
No, I'm not deflecting. I can't think of the name, but it was a very big movie, and they all said they only got paid about $10,000 to do that movie, and the movie blew up.
Well, guess what? They didn't fight for it. Monique did. That's why she got the millions that she's got. And then Megan, I really don't
She
too
got
much care
canceled
about.
for 13 years, Tulsa.
Listen, she may have been, they say blackball, but she was still working behind the scenes. She was still getting to the bag. People love her. And that's the thing. I think when a black woman speaks up, she's problematic, she's aggressive, she's angry. Okay, I understand that, but I feel like she fought. She used her words in this fight with Netflix rather than going off the hinges and talking about them. She knows how to get the audience into her. Okay.
Queen, I think you're
So
going
get
too
ready
far.
for
Now
the next.
I'm gonna give Monique the win, Queen. I'll give that to you. I'm gonna
one.
give
Stand with
Monique the
her.
win, right? But she knows how to use her words. No, she does not. No, she does not. No, we ain't gonna do
Listen
that.
here.
We
Wait,
can't
hold
do
on.
that, Queen.
I want y'all to look at Smoke. Look at Smoke's
Yeah.
picture.
I'm ready to set it ablaze today. And
Smoke.
Angela Bassett is the perfect character to portray.
What in the world are you doing? Why do you have Angela Bassett up there?
I said I'm about to set it ablaze. Bernadine
You
about to
set
shut
it
it
ablaze, about to
down.
set it on
What are you
fire.
upset about? Smoke.
I don't know. I mean, I guess this whole Monique debate. You realize that as soon as she got that money, she shut about DL Hughley. We ain't heard about him since, and how he's not a good protector of his child. So I can understand where Divas come from, where she is saying that this is for Monique and herself, her and Daddy.
Listen, Tulsa has a point. You don't think that this is a win for other people
literally
to.
brought awareness to
Not
the
sure.
black community, and a man saying that he don't believe a black woman. That is a popular story. As a black woman, she tells her story. Oh, nobody believes me.
But
Preach.
Queen, you see
That's
how
been
quick
going
her narrative
on
changed.
for a long time.
But Queen, do you see
Now,
how she
everybody
changed her
that was
narrative?
against
And as
her,
soon as she
y'all
got
gonna
that
have
money,
to
she
listen to
shut the
her.
hell up. She shut the hell up as soon as she got that money from Netflix. We ain't hear nothing about my babies. Oh, I love us for real. She's right now trying to either at the casino or about to buy a new mansion for her baby and her kids. So my thing
Exactly.
is,
She didn't come thank the babies. She didn't come thank the babies and say, listen, y'all stood by me. I won this money. She shut it down. This is about Monique and Daddy. Thank you,
No,
Smoke.
it's about a
Thank you,
contract that y'all said that she didn't know how to abide by. Now, is she abiding by this contract or not?
Thank you.
what
Do you
contract are
know
you
the
talking
amount or
about?
not?
What contract are
Say
you
that
talking
again,
about?
please.
Huh?
What contract are you talking about?
This one with the settlement. That was a contract she had to sign. So y'all say, oh, she can't follow a contract. It was a contract.
She never followed any other contract, but she could come
Did
say
she
thank you
follow
though,
But her
Queen.
own,
the
but
She,
daddies, but
she could come
daddies,
say thank you. She could
but
come say
daddies.
thank you.
Do y'all know how much she got?
I don't believe
I
it.
mean,
I don't think 50
Allegedly
million.
50 million.
I
They
don't
Come
said
on,
it's
believe
50
it.
Smoke.
million, but it's hard for me to believe that though.
Okay, well, what she won.
She
Put it
won,
that way.
but she
They had
won
to pay
now. But
her.
here's the thing, and and that's why I'm going back to what Diva was saying. Yes, she won the battle this time, but I know people are saying like, oh, well, she's on a film with Netflix with Lee Daniels. See how quickly that changes, and she gets replaced with another black actress. Trust me, they're not going to want to fool out loud with it. And I think she, hopefully, if it is 50 million, she creates her own company and she creates her own work and does it that way because clearly she has a problem working with other people in charge. And that's fine. I wish her well in that regard. But as far as like she's gonna start looked at as kind of just like poisonous to touch because you will get burned if you mess with Monique and Daddy.
Yeah, you will.
Question.
Dawn, I
degree
want
burn.
you to sound off first on Wendy Williams. Did you see it?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I was actually on AT2's channel and I was like, y'all ain't gonna like me for this, so I'm gonna just speak it out true. Honestly, I feel like yes, she did pave the way for people in the sphere of gossip and like the need to know business, but the way she did it and the mudslinging she was doing and the people that got burned or hurt by her
You're talking about Wendy Williams?
Yes, I feel like the way she got treated kind of was a little bit like her karma.
Oh my God.
I mean, just because you're on TV doesn't make you exempt. Even like Diva was saying, people who invest 20, 30 years in jobs and they just get like a party with cake and wine and a watch and they send they on the way. So I'm looking like Wendy ain't no different. So it's like, look what she did to Whitney Houston even before she died, how she was still like drugging up her past with addiction and talking about her like a dog, and like Beyonce and Jay-Z, all those people. Granted, yes, we want to know certain details, but I think there's a way she could have just did it with tech and she didn't have to get so low brow. So I'm thinking like you get what you get. You put out shit, you get shit thrown back at you.
Damn. You don't feel bad that the drugs led to psychosis that led to memory loss?
I feel bad, like, yes, for anyone struggling with addiction. I'm not saying like that's not a reasonable that's not a reason, but what I'm saying is even prior to that, like when she was sober and stable and lucid, she was like very damning with her mouth, and your mouth is very powerful. So what you put out into the universe, it will come back to you. And unfortunately, she's paying the price for the sins of her career.
I feel like Angela Bassett brought the heat. You are talking like the day she burned up the damn closet.
I sure am.
Well,
Dawn,
you know what, Sharrell? You know I love smoke, but I want to get the fire extinguisher. Hold on one second here.
Let's do it. Let's do it, baby.
What I'm just saying is, right, Wendy did her stuff. Everything don't have to be karma. They allowed her to be there for 13 years, and she brought them a whole lot of money and made them some money. So you're going to send me out right. You're going to send me out right.
Not when you've been absent from work for a whole year, you called out and never clocked back in. So no, you don't get a proper send off. That's what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna stick by it.
You know what, Sharrell?
They could have gave her a proper send off though, bro.
Yeah,
the woman basically
they don't give the damn
because she had a broken heart and she had a baby that she was taking care of that wasn't hers. So
let's hold on.
No, I'm coming for you. You won't come for me. I'm gonna come right back. Let's go.
Sharrell, we gotta do this, Sharrell. A 1 in the chat for the proper send off for Wendy. A 2 if you think she got what she deserved.
Oh
And then can I
my
step in and say
God.
something?
Of
Wendy,
course.
y'all are not giving her enough credit. Whether
Thank you.
if
Thank
she
you,
was
Queen.
maybe first of all, she started off in radio, and
Yes.
then they saw something in her. She built her own lane. She got
Yes.
told no. Okay, so we cannot discredit that.
Yes.
Now, I'm sure everybody is saying, "Oh, well, she was doing people wrong." Well, guess what? Y'all was right there in the audience looking and eating it up. So guess what? If you pass tomorrow, Lord forbid, I'm gonna come to your funeral and tell all the nasty things about you. That's what y'all doing to this woman.
I'm
I'm
gonna
a,
throw
What
they're
anything
is
gonna
up in
wrong
say
with
mud, and I
y'all?
never watched
any
Wendy
my
any
Williams, so you
words.
God.
can't talking
Anybody
about
want to
me.
speak? Oh yeah.
Don, what is your sound off? What did you want to say today?
Well, back to this Monique thing. Monique did not win this case. This was a settlement, which means neither party won. Her and Paw Paw went their separate ways. Okay? So what happened was, with this signed agreement, I guarantee you there's a gag order. She cannot talk
Yeah.
about
I
what
agree.
they won.
Yep.
Mhm.
She can't talk about the money,
Mhm.
which means they did right. They put a piece of masking tape over Paw Paw.
Mhm.
They can't put their IG up. He can't sit behind her and tell her to shut up, let me talk. And she can't scoot over and let him get front and center in the camera. Okay?
I can't.
So yeah, she didn't win this case for Black empowerment.
Come on
So
now.
Thank you.
y'all can kill me with
Preach.
that.
Thank you.
She didn't win this for Black empowerment.
Don. Listen to me.
Netflix is a multi-billion-dollar company.
Come on.
They shoe this fly.
That's
what
a drop
they
in the
did.
bucket.
Come on now.
Yeah,
Amen.
this is a drop. in
Okay,
the
they
bucket
shoot the fly.
for them.
They end up
Yeah.
paying her money. That's a win in itself.
They ended up paying her money to get her off. Just to say, please shut up.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Come on now.
that's what they did.
And not only
That's what
that,
they did.
Sharrell, it's basically the same thing that Monique has complained about. Basically, they told the fat Black woman to shut up and go sit in the corner somewhere.
What is wrong with
She's not
Smoke?
fat, but I'm saying that's what she would say. Like, that was her problem in her career. Like, anytime she would speak up, they'll be like, "You just a fat Black woman. You just need to keep quiet." Basically, they did the same thing, but they just gave her money, and she's playing into the role that she doesn't want to play.
Right.
But if
sense.
she was about what she was about, she would have said, "I'm not taking that.
I'm not
money."
settling.
Right.
Well,
Right.
guess what? She had a
We
Black
going-
man
I'm telling
standing
my
with
story.
her that did not
Come
give
on,
up
drop
on
the
her.
knowledge.
That's the problem. That's
No,
the
no,
message.
no, no,
She had
no.
a Black
If she-
man
if
with
she-
her, and he stood and
if-
he rode it out with her. How many times do
No,
you see
no,
that
no,
on
no.
Of course,
television?
because
No,
she's
no,
paying
no,
What
him.
examples
Of
do
course,
If
he's gonna
she
write
was
it out.
about-
Listen,
if she was about
no.
what she was
Listen,
about-
I'm gonna give you a prime example. Kevin left
No,
Wendy for a baby. Okay,
No,
listen,
no.
her
I
man
don't
is
want to
sticking
hear that
beside
Kevin and
her.
Wendy mess.
Y'all
If
mad because
Monique
y'all
was
ain't got
about
nobody to
what
have
she
y'all
was
back like
about,
that.
Wait, hold on, Don.
No,
What did you say,
let-
Queen? They're mad
They
because
mad
what?
because they ain't got nobody to have they back like
Hold on
Monique's
now.
husband.
No,
Y'all, that's
No,
what we call
no, that's not what
loyalty.
I
Hey, you know
said.
Monique's
Hold
right.
on
You know
now.
Loyalty.
Hold on
let
now.
me.
No, wait,
Come on, one at a time. One at a
You
time.
gotta
One at a time.
you gotta let Don finish spitting the facts. Come on, my
Yeah,
brother.
let me
Finish it up.
finish this.
But they
Yeah.
tearing
If
the woman
Monique
down and
was
she won.
if Monique was about the cause,
Mhm.
she would not have been bought out.
Bought out.
She was bought out.
Money never
Don, stop.
money never buys you out.
Yep.
Man, you
What
come
is
on.
this
But
smoking?
also, Sharrell,
Money
You
never
want
can I
to
buys
ask
take
you
away
out.
for free?
Sharrell, drop the mic, Sharrell. Drop
Money
the mic.
never
I-
buys
No.
you out.
He's
Was
spitting
any
facts.
civil rights leader? Was any civil rights leader ever bought out?
No.
Was
Can I ask a question,
anybody
Sharrell?
that
Okay,
ever
Don, you
had
gonna
a
stop. You gonna
positive
stop. You gonna
cause
Wait,
stop.
but
ever
Sharrell,
bought out? No. Monique
Dawn is
was
How is
bought
she
out
selling out? How's she being bought out?
Those are her
Monique
because
reparations.
she settled. She
settled.
settled.
No,
She got
I mean,
some more reparations. We
She
call those
settled.
reparations.
No, that ain't no reparation.
Reparations,
settled.
pain and suffering.
She settled. No, there ain't no pain and suffering. She settled.
Oh, I'm
Period.
so glad you came up here today. Come on
Yep.
now.
Don, first
She
of all,
settled. Period. She
I
should have went
like
to
you,
court.
Don.
She
I'm
should have
glad
went to
you
court and
call
told
in.
her story.
You're a hater.
She should have went to court and told her
You ain't hating.
story.
Come
If
on
she
now.
was about her principle behind it, she should have went to court and told her story.
Yeah, amen.
Yep.
Amen.
Maybe
not-
She out
no,
here
and not
marching
only
up the
that,
streets like
Sharrell.
y'all saying she is for all these black women. She would have continued to march.
Right. And
Yeah,
you
But
you
her and
continue
Daddy
to
took
march.
that damn money and took their ass back home because the only people they was worried about was them damn self.
That's
why,
right.
why are
Come
we
on
counting
now.
her out?
Understand? Like,
Oh, excuse me. Queen has something to say.
Yeah, why are we even counting her out? We don't know what her next move is. See, the thing is,
but
what
you don't need her, Queen. I'm
damn
saying, like,
if
we
she
don't
do,
know what the
listen,
next move is, but we know she just settled.
damn if
She
she
just
do,
let all
damn
the
if
black
she
women
don't, people
down.
still are gonna be upset with her. Period. Now,
Thank you. Thank you.
now,
Thank
what
you.
we need to be trying to do is try to get on her payroll and get some of that.
No,
Okay?
you want to work for Monique.
No, thank
Oh my
you.
God,
I'm not
look.
working for her and daddy. No, thank you.
Her and mama, Diva, get it right. Her and mama.
Look, you guys, I gotta wrap this up. I'm gonna take one more call. Thank you guys for calling. You guys,
I'll just add one more thing. To Don's
Yeah.
point, if Monique was really about the cause, she could have worked out a deal where not only she would get paid for a comedy special, she could have brought other up and coming comedians behind it
I
so that they
can't.
get
I
paid a
can't.
good
Amen.
portion.
I
So
can't.
that would have been a real win for her if she was
Amen.
really about it. And that's all I got
Look,
to say.
congratulations, Monique.
Bernadine has left the building.
All right. All right.
I'm
Thank you
sticking
guys
beside
for
her.
calling.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Queen, for calling in. And Queen,
Okay.
you might want to go to Perry's channel later tonight. He will be doing another video on you know who, okay?
I will be there.
All
Bye,
right. Thank you
Queen.
guys.
Bye,
Love you,
Take care.
Diva.
Bye, guys.
Love
Y'all
you
take
All
too.
right.
Don, thank you, Don.
No problem.
All right. Let me just bring this one up caller and we're done.
Hey.
Hi, Freddie. Can you sound off
What's up,
really
Freddie?
quickly?
Yes, I can. I mean, with Monique, with the whole saying that Netflix are discriminating. I mean, I was talking with a black friend that I was at university with, and what he was saying that he really liked about Netflix was actually there's a lot of, series and that address these racial issues and and I think a big part of that is the fact that the CEO, Ted Sarandos, is married to Nicole Avant, who is Clarence Avant's daughter. And she...
Wait a minute. You're saying that he's a white guy?
He's a white guy, and he's married to a black woman, Nicole Avant.
Did you know that, Diva?
No, I did not. But see, that's what we're trying to say.
And Nicole Avant, she has a big role in Netflix. She's a very big part of these series. And this is why with Netflix they have been very good at sort of addressing racial issues and things like that. I didn't know that either.
Well, thank you so much,
Freddie.
Thank you for calling in.
I wanted to say quickly with Diana, the other thing is she damn well knew what she said. I mean, it would be like, Diana, we knew that you knew what you were doing when you said it mustn't have felt good for the alleged people you trafficked.
Yeah.
Well, look, Freddie, you keep an eye on my channel. We're going to be talking about. I'm going to drag her for like 3 more videos. Okay.
She should be sacked like Jenny. She should be sacked like Jenny Wen, in my opinion. She
should. That's why I got to keep on it. I'm not letting up. Anyway, thank you so much, Freddie, for calling. I appreciate the call.
And I'll be on Perry's later, definitely giving.
You've got to. No, it's a plot twister. You got to be. Thank you so much, Freddie. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Hope the stove.
All right, guys, I got to end this now. My son is sick and I got to take him to the hospital. I want to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel and you do. So I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Please don't forget to click that like button. It does wonders for my video. All right, guys, on 3, let's say bye. Oh, I apologize if I didn't get to your call backstage. I am completely out of time. On 3, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.